a short flow, just to get yourself moving, maybe work up a sweat a little bit. This is one of the things I like to do when I come home from work, or maybe first thing in the morning, just to kick out the cobwebs and, get some movement in your body. So I hope you enjoy. So we're gonna start in a seat. So any comfortable seat, whatever feels good. Allow yourself to sit up tall, roll the shoulders down the back, really press into the sits bones, and maybe close your eyes. So start to become aware of your breath. Throughout this practice, we're going to be flowing in and out of different postures, different poses, so it's really important to follow your own breath. Let it guide you. And if you feel it faltering or becoming unsteady, maybe sink to your knees and take a child's pose. Or maybe take a few deep breaths until you move on. It's your practice, so just allow your breath to guide you. Take a deep inhale and exhale out the mouth. So we're going to start in child's pose. So bringing your toes to touch, your knees out wide. Sit the hips back onto the heels and bring your arms out long, pressing them into the mat. You can bring your forehead to the mat and just wiggle around in this child's pose. Just getting comfortable, starting to just push away any of the thoughts, any of the lists that you've made, anything that's going on in your life, and just give yourself this short amount of time on your mat just to be here. So push up into a tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we're going to flow through some cat-cows. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin for cow. And on an exhale, round the spine, bring your chin to your chest for cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Now find your neutral spine. And tuck your toes under. Sit your hips back, but don't bring your forehead to the ground. We're just going to come into a little modified child's pose. So really pressing into your toes. And on an inhale, come back up to your tabletop and immediately flow into cow. Exhale, push back for child's pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to child's pose. And you can stay and you can untuck the toes and bring your forehead to the mat. So we're going to flow through some sun salutations. So when you're ready, tuck the toes, sit the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal out the hips, pedal out the feet. Maybe bend into the hands and wrists and elbows. Just wiggle around in this until you're ready to find some stillness. On an inhale, bend the knees and walk your feet up to meet your hands for forward fold. Inhale, press into your shins and lengthen the spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the front of the mat. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So maybe adjust your feet to find your balance. Lift your toes off the mat so that you're really pressing into the soles of your feet. And maybe close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Again, through this flow, let it guide you. You don't have to be exactly where I am. Allow the eyes to flutter open On an inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, press into your shins and reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold and step or float back to plank. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So throughout this practice, feel free to skip the chaturangas, the high to low push-ups, and just sit your hips back for downward dog if that is in your practice, or you can go through your vinyasa in any way you want. So take an inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs, step back, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale, sit the hips back, downward facing dog. So we're going to go through one more, one breath per movement. So take an inhale, bend the knees, look up. Exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the legs. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs slowly, mindfully. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit the hips back, downward facing dog. So come back to your breath here. Maybe your heart's beating a little bit faster. So be mindful, take long inhales and long exhales. And then inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior 2 feet. Inhale, windmill the arms up for warrior 2. Take a moment here just to settle into the pose. On an inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up to touch. Exhale, bend back into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg, bring the arms up to touch. Exhale, warrior 2. So again, flow through this to your own breath. Inhale, straighten the leg, come up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, we're gonna stay in warrior 2. So you're gonna bring your hands to your center of your chest. And you can stay here or take an inhale, and on your exhale, straighten your front leg and squat into your left leg, bringing your right toes off the mat. As low as you can or feel comfortable. On an inhale, bend back into warrior 2. Take an inhale here. Exhale, squat down for Skandasana. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, one more time, Skandasana. Inhale, warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands to the mat, step back, one-legged plank. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're gonna do the other side. So inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior 2 feet. Inhale, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. Settle in here for a little. On an inhale, straighten the leg, bring the fingertips up towards the sky, touching. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach and rise, last one. Exhale, warrior 2 to stay. So again, we're gonna do Skandasana on the other side. So take an inhale. Exhale, squat into the right knee, lifting the left toes off the mat. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale to Skandasana. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana, last one. Inhale, warrior two. On an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So on an inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step through high lunge, adjust your feet. Inhale, come up for high lunge. And we're gonna prepare for warrior three. So bring your hands to the center of your chest or maybe down into Tadasana if you would like to do airplane arms. When you're ready, start to bring the weight into the front leg and slowly peel the left foot off the mat. Take flight for warrior three. You could do any arm variations you want here, but we're gonna flow a little bit. So take an inhale, exhale, bring the knee forward and hug it into the chest. Exhale, kick the foot back, warrior three. Inhale, bring the knee forward. Exhale, kick it back, warrior three. Slowly place the foot back onto the mat, reach the arms up for high lunge. Plant the left hand on the mat and reach the right hand up. We're gonna flow a little bit here too. And bring the right hand down towards your right foot. Inhale, bring the right hand back up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, back up, plant the right hand, step back. Just push your hips back for downward dog. On an inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through high lunge, adjust your feet. And on an inhale, come up for high lunge. So bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. Start to bring weight into that left foot and slowly peel the right foot off the mat for warrior three. Inhale, bring the knee up, hug it in. Exhale, push the foot back. Inhale, hug the knee in. Exhale, step the foot back. Slowly place it back down on the mat. Reach the arms up. High lunge. Exhale, plant the right hand and bring the left hand up for revolved lunge. And again, you can stay here. Or maybe bring the left hand down towards the mat, sinking the hips. Inhale, come back up, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, reach up, plant the left hand back on the mat. Sit the hips back for downward dog. Drop your knees to the mat, sit the hips back for child's pose. If they're not already, bring your hands out in front of you, press them into the mat, and slowly start to walk them back behind you. And as they get to maybe like your hips, lift your hips off the mat. We're gonna do like a little modified camel here. So you want your hands to come all the way back behind your feet and lift your hips. And take a few breaths here. Take an inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back down. Place the hips back on the heels. Come back into child's pose. We're gonna flow through that a little bit more quickly. So on an inhale, sweep the hands back, lift the hips. Exhale, sweep the hands forward, child's pose. Inhale, sweep the hands back. Exhale, sweep the hands forward for child's pose. We're gonna stay here. So as always, it's recommended to do a little cool down after these flows. But these are some of the things I like to do even during the day, whenever I'm feeling maybe a little bit scattered and I feel like I need to just really move and shake things out. So you can come out of your child's pose, come back to sit. Remember to breathe. I hope you all enjoyed this flow. As always, comments and recommendations are always welcome.